All right, everybody, hang out. We're having fun today. We've been up all night trying to make sure that we had something for you that was going to work. Can't guarantee it's going to, but you know us. We're going to give it a good try, and we're going to have fun. We're going to go over some really, really, really cool stuff. Some you've seen, and if you watched the video, and some you haven't. And no audio. Keith, you can't hear me? Who can't hear me? Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yes. Gary Wallace. Awesome. He hears me. Sound is good. All right. Henrik, can everybody hear him?
Yes, I think so.
Well, you can hear yourself. Can everybody hear?
Yeah, but everybody else will be able to hear me, I'm pretty sure. So if they give up 1 in the chat box, we know that they can hear me.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to try something new. Does everybody see a poll? I don't know that you can. All right. I'm getting all kinds of new stuff happening. I got on Facebook, did a Facebook Live, the other day. It's like, holy, this is crazy stuff. So basically, what we just want everybody to agree to, and only 37, 39%. Come on, let's go. Here we go. Just want to make sure that everybody's aware that, you know what we do. We build stuff. We play with it. We break it. We build it. We play with it. We break it. Heinrich is breaking it. Terry's breaking it. Steve is breaking it. Evan is breaking it. Adrian is breaking it. Madge is even trying to break it, right? So, all right. That 70% of everybody here knows that, this is a pre-beta. We've been playing with it. We've been getting great results. And, we just want to make sure that you guys are aware of it. So, very cool. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and kind of turn this over to Henrik a little bit, and he's going to give you a little bit of a basic of what it is that we're doing, how we're doing it, and we're kind of gonna go from there. Okay. So with that being said, I will let you have it, sir.
Thank you very much. First, I would like to show you a little thing here, and that's a little overview over the GMB. Can everybody see it? If everybody can see it,
yep.
Then the GMB in itself is a centralized collection point for all information that Google have about your business. So
everybody, Patrick and Marco here.
What?
And if you can see us and hear us,
what are you talking about?
Just go ahead in the area to.
Hello?
Go ahead, Pat. Go ahead, Heinrich.
Okay. The basic idea is that your information in the GMB would be published in what we call a knowledge panel. The knowledge panel, that's what you see when you search in the organic search on the right side, or if you search in a mobile, it will go in and take up all the space on a mobile. It also the information that you will see. Oh, my screen is frozen. Just a tick. There it comes. Sorry. I was just running this again. I'm terribly sorry about that. So the information is also published in the maps pack, and the information is also available over in what we call the GMB website. So when you post from your GMB, the post will actually go into the knowledge panel and will go into the GMB website at the same time. The only problem here is that it will only reside in the knowledge panel or be live at the knowledge panel for 7 days, whilst it will be available in the Google My Business website for forever, hopefully. So that's basically the idea about the Google My Business. What many people don't realize is that Google in July took the mobile index and said mobile first, because they want to serve their searchers at best possible measures. So they said, okay, the mobile index is the most important index for us because most searches is actually coming from mobile phones. So what does that mean? That means that they need to be able to provide local information to clients of theirs, which is the searchers, that is valuable to them. And one of the ways we can do that is simply by posting information in our GMB. And by posting relevant information, you will realize that even though you're not in the 3-pack, you might see your views going up or going up. And why? How can that be? That's simply because Google will show the knowledge panel in the mobile phone if a search is related to your business or your business services. And that's what we are trying to maximize by posting frequently and posting information that Google sees as valuable to their searchers. So that's basically the idea behind a GMB. So what we did, or what I did back in June, I had been playing with GMBs for quite a while, and then I ran over this program called Ranking Factory Revolutions, and I bought it, and then had some issues in getting my license to work. I couldn't find it, whatever it was, and then I had a chat with Patrick, and then I told him that I was in the process of looking for some programs in Belarus to see where I could form a joint venture with them. And Patrick said, well, why don't we get together and do a poster, because we can definitely program it, and you just come up with the ideas and then we'll get something rolling. And that's what we have done. We started back in June. It took a little while to get the approval for the API. Chris has been hammering on Google all the time, and then he started programming in August. And everybody who's on here, who's in the RFR group, that we came out with a light version of the GMB poster back in August. And what we are seeing here is simply what we have been continuous building onto that.
And
so let's go through.
Let's not, kind of just downplay the light version. It's a very powerful version that we have within ranking, but it's not the mega monster, but it does a decent job. It's equivalent to some of the products out there. I won't mention any names, but it's equivalent to some of them that are charging $30-$35 a month, just to do certain things. So, and a lot of people have been pretty successful with it. But if there's a way to build something better, then that's what we always want to try to accomplish. But it's not taking anything away from RFR. It's just adding a tsunami on top of it.
Yeah, but what I was saying before was that one of the major points to getting success with maps is to be posting on a constant basis. And the RFR poster will do that for you. It will schedule the post, and that's super. So if you have the RFR poster and you're using it, great. If you don't, you should. And of course, we're going to show you what we have done behind the lines while you have been posting with the RFR poster. So you'll know that we are using API keys to post to the to the Google properties. And you can set up Google accounts. So you will have several accounts which you set up. And this one, I only set up 3 Google accounts. But the general basic, you will put in your Gmail, your password, and then you'll add new, and then the Google account is added to the poster. So let's go in and look at the poster and see what comes up here. So the poster consists of different sections. We have the GM posting content. We have the scheduled post, which be able to see. We have post by account. We'll have a GM URL, so I'll come back to all these. We have reviews, which you can check your reviews. And in this version, we have something called team post and team settings. So generally speaking, what you do is you put in your post here. So adding a post could be anything that you type in. Type or choose to make post about the business services, the surrounding about the business, to make your post relevant to the local area if you can. And what we have added to this section here is a small silo. So if I want to, for this location that I've done here, create a Q&A, you can see I will automatically add the link to the previous post in this silo. So I just put in whatever information. I can add a photo from my computer. So I'll go right down, pick a photo, add that. You will see it here. Or alternatively, you could choose to use an existing one. So if you click on this little fellow here, it will enable you to take whatever you have posted before of photos to this particular GMB as I have here. Another thing you can do is, if you don't choose an existing photo and you add a photo here, so just take one again here, this one, add that. You can decide that you want to upload that picture into your GMB photos. Your GMB photos is the photos that you will see in the GMB dashboard, or when you click on a knowledge panel on the photos, you'll see they are divided into different sections. And these sections we actually have in here as categories. So you can choose to upload it either to unspecified category or into exterior, interior. It all depends on what kind of pictures you would like to upload. Another thing that we have built into this poster is this little fellow here. Say you want to post to your blogger after you have posted this post. So if you go by post now, it will create a blogger post for yourself to select a blogger blog which you have attached to the account, and then you can add more benefits in there. I will just go and I've chosen the blogger here, so I'll click post. And you can see immediately the blogger model. Whoa, I had a little problem with my link here. So I'm just going down, choosing none for this one. Sorry, I should have done this. At the silo Q&A, that one. So when I hit the one, say post now, it should post. Okay, one reason it doesn't do that, so I choose not to put it into the post or to the silo, so I'll just put in a link to the website, and I'll hit the post button.
First glitchy.
It's saying it's creating a watch new post, and when we go over to the blogger, you can see it has added the post information. It added a citation to where it comes from, and now you just put in your keywords, which will appear as tags in your blog. So let me put in something here. Like this. You get the idea what I want to do. I choose a blog up here. I have then called my business for this one. And then you simply create that post, and you can open it in your browser here. So I click create post, and it will open in my browser in a second when I have created the post. So here we go. And in the bottom down here, you will see the keywords I put in will become tags in your post. So if you have an IFTT network connected to the blog, which is using filters to trigger the post and syndicate it out, then you put in those keywords in order to make sure that it's triggered. So do you think that is cool? Give me a 1 if you think that's cool.
So here's a question.
Yeah.
Yes, one's one. Lots of ones. Oh, 111. Carolyn, you're so sweet. Look at you. Cool. So here's a question. Keep it coming. 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 I have an IFTT that is triggered by a blogger blog. Can I use that for every post, or does each account need to have a different one?
Now, as you can see here, I have to this account only 3 blocks, but I can choose which block that goes out to. So if I wanted a different one, I could just have chosen that, like this one, right? So it doesn't post automatically. You have a little bit of control over what's going on, so that you can say if you're building up a niche network, you can use your GMB to post out to these different niche word blocks if you like. So that's what I think is cool. Of course, we have the usual one that you will have the URL that has been posted to, which you can set to your links. But that's a basic post which you can use to trigger your IFTT ring and syndicate your GMB post out to all your properties. So we think that's a little cool feature of this poster, and realize what damage you can make with that.
So Heinrich, if you set up your auto post to your GMB, right? Can you then auto post to the blogger as well?
The the question that if you auto post
Post
to
to
your
the GMB, can you auto post to the blogger from that? Is what I'm guessing.
the problem is that you have to post through the GMB post or not. I think that somebody is maybe asking whether they can auto post to the GMB using using a WordPress plugin or whatever.
Right.
No, that can trigger because all these things are controlled through the GM Ranking Factory agency version or the Mega Poster version.
Henrik,
Yeah.
I'm thinking they may be asking if I'm if I'm creating this GMB post, can I check that blogger after post? It's only if I use the post now, not if I schedule it for later, right?
Yeah.
So I can't schedule a blogger to come out later using this technique.
At this point, right.
Not
Right.
at this point.
Right. Okay.
The problem is there's a lot of logic behind, and we might be able to enable. But let's take the issue of scheduled posts immediately because I'll create a new post here. I'm using a system image for this one. Add a bottom, learn more, add a link. I don't put it into a silo. Oh yeah, I do. We say that's GMB News, this one. Sorry. When I schedule a post, I will go up here and choose the date that I want to schedule this post to. So I choose, it will go out on the 27th of December. I choose which time of the date. So if it's in the morning, I click here and I use my arrow keys to go up and down to change either to AM or PM. And then I click here to add the post.
Heimer, weren't we having a little bit of issue with people not understanding exactly what time zone that those times were actually in?
Oh yeah, you mean early morning or in the afternoon?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, from 12 night to 12 noon to noon, it's AM, and thereafter it's PM. Most of Europe using 24 hours, so now it's 21:51 in Europe.
Cool.
Okay.
It's just one of them little things that people get hung up on. We'll go over in training more, but yeah, it's not a problem.
So let's see what happens. So I'm going to my scheduled post, and here I have a post 21:51 that's been posted. If I refresh, this is the only post that has been here. So if I go and choose another account, it will go up and query the API now. It will come back with the accounts for this GMB, or sorry, for this one, and I'll go in and change this one, and now it should update the scheduled post for this account. And what you will see in the scheduled post that you have the location that has been posted to. I think I'll need to refresh this one. And it has what kind of post type, the silo name, the status of the post, whether it's scheduled. This one is the summary of the post, and this one is the time that it has been scheduled.
Hey, Heimer, once a post is there, can you delete posts within the software that's already been posted?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. And that would be because you didn't like the post, or
So this post here is a scheduled post. So if I click out here and click remove the selected, it will be removed. So I have said this is a rubbish post. So I'll remove this selected one.
Brian's asking while you're waiting, location. So location is the GMB you are working on, or do I have to select the specific GMB somewhere else?
No, you can see here where it says brand. There's the GMB or the Google account that is associated with a GMB or GMB associated with that account. So when I want to work on another GMB, I simply just go down and choose another one. So if I want, I could choose, let's say, where do I know? This one, this one, this one. Jesus, one disappeared. So now I have a new account. So if I want to see the post for this account, I will go over here and look at this one. See?
You have the whole history right there.
That's the whole history for this one. So if I chose the other one here, say Ocean's Landing, bingo, it comes with all the posts that are made for that.
Isn't that pretty cool, guys? You have your history sitting right in front of you. Now, the really interesting thing about that is that for you guys that are bigger and have agencies and have other people doing this, you're able to monitor their work through the team settings and the team factory that we built to collaborate. And you can look and monitor and make sure that your VAs are doing, what they need to be doing. And, the other thing is pull that back up real quick, Heinrich. I want to share something with somebody.
Yep.
Okay. You see all those posts there? How many do you think you've got? A lot, right? So I just want everybody to realize that as you have looked at other products, and as you're looking at how they're trying to dupe you and extract more money from you by saying, oh, well, we're going to only charge you $5 for 10 posts and $20 for 30 posts and $50 for 100 posts and $300 for 500 posts, right? I think most of us are smart enough to figure out, that's just a shell con game, because from our perspective, there's no extra cost for us whether you post one time or a million, okay? And so everything that we're doing and everything that we've set up here is for unlimited posts. Whether you're buying the most basic of the basic or you're the agency of the age, doesn't matter, And I just wanted you to see all these posts. And if you were using other softwares, it may start to cost you a lot of money because you're starting to post more because you're getting more business and you're posting more. Does everybody understand and agree with me, on how that process works and what are the other possibilities out there? We're just trying to make sure that you understand. You get unlimited GMBs, you get unlimited posts. You're just paying rock solid for the software. Use it, crush it, kill it, stomp on it. Make $1 million. We don't care.
So you ask whether I could change a live post. So if I click out here and highlight the post, I can click edit the selected. It will go up and read the post and see, is that what you want to change something about? Yes, we add a little bit more information.
And repost it, right?
And you update live post here.
So Gary, we can repost, posts that have already been done. You can go back and pick 30-day-old posts Scott's asking, what's the spin board and what would that have to do with anything? Well,
We
anyway,
come to that.
Go ahead.
So generally speaking, okay, let's take the spin board. The spin board is your ability to take an article, spun article, and then you can decide whether you want to send it to either a new post, send it to an event, send it to an offer, or send it to a product post. So generally speaking, what you can do, you can manipulate an article and post it in 3 different or 4 different areas if you like that. Or you could take a spinboard article, spin it, and then you will send it to what's new, and then you spin it once more and send it to what's new and schedule that. So I was back to this one. You saw I was editing this one. If I want to remove it, I can remove it by selecting and then remove it, and it will go up again and take and delete that post from the live post which is up there. So I'll refresh this one, and it should have deleted that post. It's reading again from the API.
Is there any issue of doing this with the GMB accounts that were verified by a postcard, or paying somebody to get a GMB verified? I don't know, Mark. It's all API driven, so I'm not sure I understand.
No, all these GMBs, they are live clients, verified accounts.
Right.
So what was the question again?
Is there any issue in doing this with GMB accounts that were verified by postcard, or paying someone to get a GMB verified?
A verified account is a verified account.
Right, exactly.
But if you spam the hell out of it, then of course you can have the risk of getting suspended.
Well, hey, let me throw in 2 cents. Since we've been using the APIs in RFR, there's not a person that we know of that we're aware of in the last year that's lost an account. Now, the GMB being a little different because they have some limits on the daily posting, but I can't foresee anybody ever losing a verified account unless you break their rules, and we're pretty good at not breaking their rules.
Well, the only thing I got suspended is Google Plus brand account, because they thought I was posting too much and considered it as spam.
Yeah. So I think maybe the confusion here, I'll fix it right now, Mark. You know, people are offering, and there are services out there, we've tried them, to get GMBs listed with or without a postcard. My friend, that's got nothing to do with what we're doing. Absolutely. That's a whole nother kettle of fish, right? So all we're doing is we are giving you the opportunity to do the best that you can do for businesses or GMBs that are verified. Does that make sense, Mark? So we don't need to go down the rabbit hole of whether or not we're going out and trying to, get 50 GMBs verified for roofers in Tallahassee. That's not what we're doing. We're making sure that those that have these are getting in the 3-pack, getting the best possible service, making you money, and giving you the tools to do that with. Okay.
So let's continue a little bit on the posting. So if I go to the GMB URLs.
Wait a minute, Heinrich.
Yeah.
How much of a factor could this be a client get a client into the 3-pack? How much of a factor, Scott? Well, that's the whole reason we're doing this, and you can see that all of these things that we're building are to accomplish that goal. So, and we're doing it. Okay, go ahead.
So for this GMB, I will go over to the GMB URLs, and now you should pay attention, friends. So I'll click on Get Live Post Links. What happened there? Did you see that?
No, that was crazy.
So I get all the URLs from this one. And if I go here, click on Media Links, it take the URLs on all the images that has been posted to the GMB. And if I get here the last 5 review links, it will be added down at the bottom here. Though the reason why we can only have 5 review links is because we cannot get them from the review section. We can only extract the reviews. But we are querying the Maps API, and then we are getting the last 5 reviews from the Maps listings. So what can I do more here? Yeah.
Well,
you can send it. You can send it to this one, which is called Send It to Sheets, and those who are in RFRs know what that's about. So I hit this one.
Come on, is everybody just like stunned right now? You're not saying anything, for crying out loud. I'm just about shit my pants. This is nuts.
So it take all the links from the GMB and put it into a sheet in Google Drive. I'll come back to the sheet as such. But one thing I want you to understand, that each post here is actually an inner link to your GMB website. So each post is treated as an inner page to your one single GMB website. So we can actually do a lot of damage with this one. So another thing you can do here is you can send these links to Link Indexer. So if you have inputted an API key for the SpeedLink indexer into the API section, you can use that, or you have a free allowance of 500 per day here. So I can go up here and say that's FAA mortgage loans. And I hit submit, and all these will be sent to the indexer.
Now you guys remember that from Ranking Factory, that this indexer that we built is Speed Indexer, and we, Gary and I and Heinrich, are paying for these links for you. So don't not be bashful. Use them. Use them for whatever you want. Use them for your regular sites. Use them for your videos. But this is just a service that we thought was extremely necessary. And speed links, may or may not always be the flavor of choice, but these are here free and they're for you. So, we really, 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 really want you to use them.
So if I go back to my little sheet, you have a document title. The document title is what becomes your file name in the D drive. So we make it a little bit keywords rich. So we call it FSA and I will have some keywords here as well. So I'm going to say
Hey, what's up, buddy?
over here, I want to add keywords anchor text. So the best mortgage broker Melbourne and the FSA mortgage broker Melbourne will become anchor text to what I'm trying to put in here. What you should insert into the file description is actually your NAP. So you'll take your nav from the GMB. I'll show you a little bit later how we can take that into here, and then you put in all your other keywords here. And when that's done, you can consider saying, okay, I want to use the translations in the mega poster, so I want to translate these to Spanish. And let me take a preview of the sheet, so it should give me a preview. Bingo, here it goes. Mortgage broker Melbourne, FHA mortgage broker, and now it's okay. So I think I will upload it to my Gmail account, my G drive, which is this one I'm using here at the moment. So just make sure that you choose your proper account. I hit upload. Down here in the left corner, you see it said it has finished. So now it has finished and uploaded the sheet to G drive. And if you have chosen to open the uploaded, you would have seen a browser view of the sheet that you uploaded. Because I chose the translation multiplier, I could actually have chosen more languages to translate to. So just for the sake of this one, we take Spanish and German, and then I say run translation multiplier. Now it will go up and translate these through the translation API, and it will generate the CVS files and upload those in Spanish, in German as well.
So obviously, the majority of everything is within Ranking Factory. So you can see how Chris and Heinrich, knowing what we had in the power of RFR, we've kind of melded some of that in here to give the boot, a really good boost to the GMB product, the standalone product. Okay, so, but the other nice thing to really concentrate and think about is within the Ranking Factory, you've got the link grabber. So as you're building all these properties over here and you're creating all of these, drive stacks and other stacks and this stack and everything else, just remember, they're going into the drive that the RFR is going into if you're doing it correctly. And now you got your link grabber over on the RFR side to grab all of these links. Okay? Can anybody kind of see the volcano that you can build between the two environments that's going on here? It's just, pretty crazy. Just don't forget of all the tools that we have that are kind of mix and match a little bit together to make this thing just a 1-2 punch.
Another thing I want to show is the ability to use what we call Google Maps. So I have chosen this location, which is Ocean Landing. I go here to Google Maps. I click here on Generate, and you should see what happens now.
Wow. Stop. You're killing me. Killing me. We had a little bug with this earlier today.
Yeah, there was a little bit of problem with the communication.
So while you're waiting for that, I have a question for you.
Yep.
Where was it? Is it possible to manage more than one Blogger account from this software? Well, yeah, you can pick any Blogger account that you want, right?
Yeah. You just have to make sure that you're choosing the right G account. So I only put 3 into this version, right? So here I have 1, So if I wanted to post it to another one, like this one, it will go up and then it will pick that blogger. There's only one available for this company, as you can see. So you can choose the Gmail and you can choose the blog account. So if you think about it, how you can make niche blogs on bloggers and have the GMB posted to post to those. It seems to be a little bit slow, my connection now.
Well, you got Skype, you got all kinds of shit going. So
No, it's the GoToWebinar. Just take it out a little bit of.
yeah.
But
what's going to happen? You know, you can just explain what they're going to get.
Yeah. What I'm going to do here is I have chosen, or automatically the location here will be inserted in here, and you can choose to have a direction either going from a location to your location, or you can choose this one to swap it around. So actually it goes from Palm Bay to direction from the GMB to Palm Bay, depending on whether you're a service business that receives clients or you don't receive clients. I'll try to generate the map again and see what happens. You saw it now picked the latitude and longitude and inserted in here.
While you're waiting for that, what's the purpose of the plus code?
The purpose of the plus code is a code for a location which doesn't have either an address or have a house number. It was devised by some Swiss Google engineers, because in the mountains in Switzerland, you normally just have a street address and then you know the house is there. So if you know the latitude and longitude of your location, then you can actually generate a plus code. But actually we had in here a possibility to use a plus code generator where you could actually just plug in an address and then we get the plus code for that address. But we have taken out for other reasons at the moment. But that's how it functions.
Okay. So you get your map URL, you get your plus code, you get your lat and longitude, right?
Yeah.
You get your all maps data, and then the really cool thing is that when you see this actually functioning, and it's kind of just resource rich right now, you'll see the driving directions pop up in that area, right?
Yeah.
So many of you may know that there are some softwares out there that are charging, you know, anywhere from, I don't know, 25, 30, 35, 40 bucks a month. And all they do is create driving directions.
Yeah.
Right?
What I've done here, Patrick, I've taken one of the previous posts.
Okay, cool.
And you can see down here, I have that's the plus code. So I think it will go to there. So if I copy this one and take and insert that into, that was not correct.
Yeah. Can you guys just kind of think of how much brain power has gone into building this for you guys, and how much brain power Chris and Heinrich have put together to come up with all of this stuff? Because it's all related. It's all feeding into the GMB. You get the power of RFR and the power of, you know, the GMB poster, the way that we built it. Dwayne said it. You know, it's a business in a box. You can, you know, create your own ticket. go and find somebody that's not in the 3-pack. Shit, rank them. Don't even charge them. And then rank them, and then go get paid $500 to $1,000 a month, and do that every week. Every week, pick another niche. I mean, I just get blown away by all the potentiality and the results that we're getting. And we took on a pretty nasty, financial business, a mortgage company, and they were nowhere. And they're happy to pay us $1,500 to $2,000 a month. So, this, like Dwayne said, this is a business in a box, not only for new people, but for those of you who are doing and working hard. This is going to make your life a whole lot easier. While you're waiting for that, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Can you make my maps and then stack that as well?
You can't make.
Mention
You
that
can't make.
driving destinations, which will be even more important since Google just changed how they input services related to the businesses. So you can stack those, correct?
Yep.
We can stack anything, trust me. Anything.
Bingo. There it came. Sorry.
Oh, I was praying. There you go. Look at that, guys. Okay?
But it's not finished yet, so.
It's going to take a minute. But the simple fact is that built into this is what other people are just building a single product around to try to sell you, driving directions. And we've already built it in as part of this entire process for you. Is that cool or what? Or is it, you think it isn't worth it? Oh, gosh. Sorry, guys. I've already used up my Depend stockpile. I can't take no more. All right. Just give me your address. We'll send you some. When setting up a Gmail to use for a new Gmail, do I have to manually set up Blogger on this new Gmail?
Yeah. You don't get any bloggers along with a Gmail. You go into when you set up the Gmail, you go into Blogger, you log into Blogger with the Gmail, and then you create the Blogger in Blogger. So.
Guys, it's called best practices.
William, let me ask you a question. The MAPS project is put on hold for the GMB project. So are you happy that we put it on hold so we can finish the project for you? Uh-huh. I thought that this was more important because it's more related directly to what people see when they do searches on their cell phone. which is a good point here while Henrik is doing this. Someone asked me the other day, well, how do you sell this stuff if you don't have a client? Well, it's pretty simple. You can take a snapshot of the 3-pack. You can send it to them. They're not in it. And then when you call them, you don't even have to prove yourself. You can just say, look up your keyword on your cell phone and tell me what you see. And then you have a discussion about ads and 3-pack. And then, ask them, are you scrolling down your cell phone to see and look at websites? Well, of course not. So the key issue is the whole focus is on mobile, what Henrik was saying, and it's all on what you see first and where you are and what's near you. And that's where people are going. 75, 80% of people are just doing, they don't even scroll down anymore. They're too lazy. So that's how important this is. And then Maps is going to obviously enhance this a little bit more, but you guys see how important it is for you to be able to get all of this in your hands, learn it, and become, effortlessly great at it and just, make bank.
Hey, Patrick?
Yeah.
The latest stats that I've heard is 75% of new traffic for locations is not coming from a website, it's coming from the 3-pack.
Correct.
So everybody need when you approach a client, that's your closing right there. That's your close.
Exactly. No, you're right on. You're spot on. Mark, remember one thing. The posts in your GMB last for 7 days, and then they kind of fade away. So in terms of the spinner, your question is, how well does the spinner work? Worried that some of the posts might not read well. That's really kind of up to you. You need to take the time to make sure that what you're doing and how you're setting it up and spinning it is going to read okay. But just remember, those posts fade away from view, within like 7 days. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but what you should be aware of, and I'll go in here.
You can create as many articles as you want from one article by spinning.
And those posts though last forever in your GMB.
Yeah, but they're not
So
visible.
if you go into the website,
And
the
that's your
post will be under updates. Go on, Terry.
And this is the Google business site that Google
Yep.
creates for your GMB.
Here's a question for you, Terry. Barry's asking, how do you rank a GMB if you're not allowed to post to it? You've done it many times.
You can still rank it using by using this website right here that Heinrich is showing us, and using RFR, pushing links to it, to those posts that whoever is doing the posting is using, to the photos that they're putting in. You can add photos, by the way, even if it's not your GMB, and to the reviews. But use this software effectively, you want to be able to manage the GMB though.
What you could do in Ranking Factory is to make campaigns that target potential clients' GMB and see if you can push that up into the 3-pack. And then go and ask the client to say, I pushed you up into the 3-pack, and you can see and they will say, fine, okay, I'm up there, so why should I pay you? But if you don't maintain it, they will drop. And when they drop and come back to you and say, can you put me up again? And say, yes, of course I can, but it's double price this time. I have a little problem with this.
So move on. That's okay. Just move on.
Generation. So what will happen is I will put in the map URL here and put in all the map data. And that's what I was trying to show to you in a post here. So if I redo this, it should load my posts.
Scott's kind of cute. This is a business in a box that does not require GoDaddy, hosting, websites, or puzzle pieces. Cool one, Scott. Gil, while he's doing that, let me just tell you that this mortgage company, when we first started, we'll show you some actual proof here, but number one, their website wasn't even listed in the top 100. Number two, they had I don't think they had any positions on maps for any keywords whatsoever. And They were spending all of their money trying to buy leads, right? And so when I had a discussion with them, I said, well, look, don't stop buying leads, but take half of the money that you're spending and, don't even spend it trying to make your website any better, because your website is worthless to you at the moment. We need to focus on getting traffic and getting calls and getting you in a 3-pack. So it was a pretty easy way to sell somebody when they're not listed in that 3-pack or when they're not on the front page. Because guess what? These guys in this business, financial business, they're spending a ton of money trying to figure it out. A ton, right? And so it's pretty simple for us to go in here and move them up. And as they see this movement, they're getting excited, and they're getting calls, and they're getting jumbo calls, and they're getting other calls. And, not all of it's coming directly from the 3-pack, like Heinrich said. A lot of it's coming from the residual, from insights and from the knowledge panel on the side. So it's pretty exciting, the journey that we've taken in trying to prove this process for everybody and seeing the results. It's pretty exciting, actually.
I'm sorry, but I think my GoToWebinar take out so much power from me that I have a little bit problem in communicating, and that was an issue we had early on today with some, but we guarantee you that will be up and running. What I want to show you is a other little feature here. I'm preparing a post here. You can see I can put in the text, but I'll go over here, and because I had this image uploaded, you can see there's already some information in the picture. I can add more in the subject and in the comments, which means I can add which correspond to your description area, and I can have a page, so I can have schema put into it. If you see here, wow, I have all my keywords in here already. I can stuff in other information into the mix. And save, put in EXIF data if I like to do that. So what it does, it allows us to take a picture which you haven't optimized beforehand and then optimize it within the system. And that's a major feature for this little program.
And it sticks. And the data sticks. And the data sticks.
Yeah. Because when you upload it to the GMB, it goes to a section of the GMB. This picture doesn't go up to the pictures that you normally will upload from the GMB. If you want to do that, then you have to say, I want this photo to upload to the section, and then you choose a category up here and choose upload here. So you can take a picture, which even though you don't post a post, but upload it to your GMB from in here. We have the possibility to go in and make events. We can stack events if you like that. We have the opportunity to go in and put in offers, and you can also stack offers that you're posting out to your GMB, so people can see it in the knowledge panel or take it from the website. You have the possibility to post products. So if your client has any products, you should take description, photos, etc. Make sure that you upload those. And of course, you will optimize your photos in the same go. But all this can be posted directly to your GMB, and you should do that. That's more or less the major part of the poster. I will show you one extra feature, which is the ability to create a team. And normally you will set yourself up as a team owner. You can put in a member's email, choose a display name and click add, and the email and the name will be added to the team. And then over here you will choose what location they should be managing, and then you click add, and then you simply add the location that the VA or team member should give up. Then you hit the save data and you're done. What that allows you to do is that if the team member posts a post, let me go down to this one. And you hit refresh. Then if they have done anything, they'll be listed down here. It seemed that Karen and Chris is not very active at the moment. At least not for this one, because that's a Danish-speaking one. So maybe they have here. Nope. But I think you get the picture.
So, Heinrich, why did we take the extreme amount of time, effort, and talent to build this module in for action of our members that are doing 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 GMBs that they're trying to manage all on their own? Why do we actually take the time to build this? What's the advantage to them in terms of...
The advantage is that if you, as the agency owner, have a VA or a team member, then you will be able to take a quick look who posted what, when, who has scheduled. Actually, the idea came of that we were trying to post to the same GMB, and you are max allowed 4 posts per day to be posted to a GMB. So that created some errors in posting.
Hello.
And because we couldn't see what the other team member had posted, then we decided to build this in and maybe be able to control everything that was going on.
I mean, just to have 1 or 2 VAs to help you do the posting, and you can watch and see and control the quality of doing is huge. It's absolutely huge, right?
You can see whatever we have put into this is a huge time saver. You have image optimization, you have post stacking, you have the team benefit of it. So all this will take out hours and hours and hours of manual work. Let's take a further look at what we have in the box, because you saw earlier that I was posting to sheets. We had the link indexer, but we also put this little fellow into. So you can see here, I want to create a local business schema. I have chosen the GMB. I click here, add to schema. And bingo, what happens out here? You see it generated the schema code. And I have taken all my Web 2.0 properties here. I add them there, and you can see it goes into the schema as same as. I can just copy this, and then I'll validate the damn thing. It will come up with an error. I know it already, but just to show it. Validate the damn thing. Yeah, I forgot an image, and I will have another one further down here in terms of the price range. But I knew that. So just with 1 or 2 clicks, you can actually generate different kind of schemas. It takes your opening hours directly from your GMB and put into it. And if you have tried to make schema, that's a pain in the neck. Just sit down and code that manually or just type it in. So that's really, really cool. And you can, of course, choose different kind of local business over here. So if I'm in the financial business, financial service here, I can go up and I can choose and say I'm in the bank and credit union business, like here.
Are you guys getting excited about that, for crying out loud? This is retarded.
No, that's genius.
Well, I've called you worse. Can we add extra schema to the output, or just copy paste, then add extra schema?
The question once again.
Can we add extra schema to the output, or just copy paste, then add in extra schema like NAICS codes?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with this schema.
Hey guys, let me make a suggestion. If you look up there and notice that in an earlier one, we have the calendars. And the calendars can be set to auto post every single day, 48 times. Can anybody picture the effect of that?
Stunned.
Okay, you blew my next point, Gary.
Sorry.
I go into calendar. I have a calendar here. It says location automatically where the location is. So I'll just copy that. And go here and put it in the events. Same time, I'll put in Florida. I will use multiple titles.
Where's the schema inserted?
Heinrich,
Yeah.
I just want to let you know, I really appreciate the work you put into this software. It's fantastic. It's a great complement to RFR. But I'm getting ready to take off to jump off this webinar and I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate the work, and it really complements RFR. Together, you can not only rank, but then continue to keep your GMB rankings.
Yeah.
So good job.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Henry, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hello, people. This is Madge. Terry's going, but I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry, I joined.
So, Madge, what are some of the things that you're finding with this?
What haven't I found out with this, man? This has
You
been
know,
an exciting week for me. Because me and Henrik, I think we spoke about a month and a half ago regarding this. And what he was telling me then, I was thinking, this is going to be amazing once it comes out. And thank you to you guys, allowing me to test it and using. So as you guys know, I use RFR on a constant basis for my work. But the GMB poster really complements it because for local clients, you can really take over for your GMBs, okay? Because you could add schema into your GMB. You could add your longitude, latitude, maps direction into a GMB post. Once you've got all that ready with an image that is optimized, ready, you can upload it not just on your GMB post, but inside of GMB photos. You can upload it on your website blog. You can have it go out viral. And guys, this stuff is really going to make you, rank and rank really quick. Once you've done all what Henrik is showing you, you then got RFR magic on top of that with doing the cloud stacking, doing the PDF stacking and the doc stacking and all that with the same GMB post. So you don't need to just add it to one area. Think outside the box as to how many places this thing can work. You could add schema straight into your GMB and add that GMB on several different sites at once. That will get you ranking really, really quickly and making your clients very happy.
Hey, Madge, I got a question for you here.
Go on, Gary.
Hey, how long would it take to schedule 4 posts a day for 2 weeks?
Okay, I used to do this on a manual basis, which is a bloody headache. I would roughly, for me, it would take me, to get the information ready, the right stuff ready for my clients. I would say at least a day for me to get those 4 posts ready and scheduled. Not even scheduled, just manually inputting one after the other. Where this tool would allow me to go think of the information that I need, go to the GMB poster, get them ready, and have them ready for scheduled, for that particular week. And I don't need to think again. I can just come back to the program and everything is done for me. And what else does a person want? People like the easy button. To me, this is what I call an easy button. You post, you schedule, you can look at your reviews. You can put a link from your reviews in the same GMB post. So imagine you got a client. That client has a couple of reviews that have just come out recently this week. You get one of those reviews, you speak about it in a GMB post. You collate all the information, as in the location that you want to target for that review. You get the longitude, latitude information. You get the directions, as in where the client had to travel to do that physical job. If it was a locksmith, they have to travel to their job. Yeah. So you get the directions, you get all the information, you collate it all, you put it into that GMB post with the physical picture of that physical job. You get all that information together, putting in all the metadata information as well. Your client will be ranking in that physical location.
I gotta correct you there, Madge.
Go on.
It's an easy button. It's an easy button with a nuke attachment.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a nuclear atom attached to this.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Madge. Appreciate it.
No problem, mate.
Hey, Adrian, you were shouting out to me a little bit earlier about some things I saw you writing in here. You want to kind of give everybody an idea what's cooking with you? This is Adrian Reed. You with us? Maybe he fell asleep.
I don't think he's on there, mate.
Yeah, he is. I got his mic on right now. Adrian, you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, shit, I didn't realize.
Well, that's
Hi,
wild.
guys. Hi, guys. You okay? Yeah. Yeah, what do I need to say? I'm
I don't
a
know.
newbie.
I'm asking how you doing with it.
I'm a newbie. I'm a newbie. I've been working with RFR since June on a punt, and I've been charging my client X amount of money. I recently increased it. He said, yes, I need to, because I've been using the RFR strategies, and along the way I bumped it to Madge. I ramped it up with Madge, and now, yeah, I don't know what else to say.
That's when you're stunned and don't have anything that you can say because you're just so amazed. That's all.
I'm a newbie. Even since June, I'm still stunned. So I can't really contribute to anything you guys are already saying. But if you stick to the strategies, you follow the simple Google formula, and you take on board what RFR and Madge are saying to you, and adopt the strategies that go along with them, you combine them together, you can charge your client twice the amount you started off with, and you can then encourage more clients to. Yeah, I'm staggered. I can't say much more than that.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye. All right.
Okay, let's go on.
Go ahead.
The calendar which Gary was talking about, I've just created a simple calendar. And the basic idea is I put in a target URL, which is actually my GMB business site. I put in some keywords. I have put in the location, the event location, and what I did, I put in an article here, and I just pumped it with some links here, as you can see. If I create this calendar, I'm creating an event which will be created 48 times a day with all these links in. So if you have 20 links in here and you create 48 events, then you actually create 28,200 links into your GMB website.
Wow.
Did everybody get that?
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Really?
The last thing I want to go through is we have created a small iframe maker. So I create here mortgage somewhat.
What's
go into, and I'll explain what an iframe is in a second. I pick some of the sheets. Okay, sheets. And I put in a secondary keyword, which is mortgage broker. Melbourne, Florida. And I upload this one. I should have saved the other one, but didn't. And if I go to published URLs, you can see I have a URL here. I copy that, go to my iframe tool, put it in there. If I don't change anything here, it will create an iframe for me with the code over here. And here you can see in a preview what it will look like. Sorry about that.
Wow.
So here is the iframe. It has embedded the sheets from the Google Drive. So if you select all this, copy this code, you can paste it into your G site, you can paste it into your money site, you can paste it into whatever you want. So that's a little cool addition to this little business in a box. I think we have been through most of the tools here. Generally, what you can, yeah.
So, we got one question here, Patrick. Can we iframe a PDF?
Yep.
Yeah, why not?
Of course you can. I'm iframing PDF into my G-charts.
Yeah. All right, let me go find some questions here to pick up. Steve, are you there? Mr. McCormick? I'm not. He lives over on the other side of the world. He may not be here.
He lives in Ireland.
Huh?
No, Mike.
Okay. Is the schema a one-time setup, or do we try to add schema to individual posts?
The schema generator is able to take your information from the GMB and create the schema. The schema which you will normally use to tell the Google bot what this website is about, or in this instance, this is a local business. If it's a business with many locations, then you will also create a schema for an organization, and then add a schema into the website for each individual location that you have.
Okay. What other benefits for those that don't know are schema?
Well, the benefit is schema is what you call structured data. So if you present your data in a special form, then the Bing bots, the Google bots, or other bots, they'll be able to know what is the page it's loading about. So you can have schema for the local business. You can have schema for the video that's on. You can have schema for the article was on the page. So you're not confined to one schema per page, but make sure that the schema describe what the page is about.
Right.
So what you have of content in a page, you're telling Google bots by having the schema. Is that?
That seems to answer most of the questions here. How many directions can we enter per post?
In principle, unlimited. But again, you have to be careful that you're not considered as a spammer. But if I go back here to the Mega Poster, going back to the maps. So when I had generated the code for the first route, then I can go back, take another direction from maybe Cape Canaveral to the Ocean's Landing, or for Satellite Beach to Ocean Landing, copy the code that is generated from, or put into here, and put it into the post. So you're actually stacking the driving direction into the post.
Right.
More questions?
Oh, I got 1,000 of them here. I'm just trying to think. Schema done. Let's see. Dirk is asking, schema done in JSON LD is key because it doesn't need to show on the fascia of the web page, but shows and describes it best to Google in the HTML side of the website. So Dirk, basically what you're saying is schema is like, a hidden atom bomb, right?
Schema is a blueprint for the bots to know what's the page about or what the website is about.
And I think if we, once again, just talking out of school, for the last year, there's been people that try to put schema in WordPress sites and schema in this and schema in that. And, it's been a buzzword, right? And yet very few people know how to actually use it, including me, by the way, correctly. But by bringing it into this environment and specifically using it, with the product schema, because a business sells products, right? And so there's all kinds of different variations of schema that you can use. And what we've done is, we're bringing in the same as. And, I think one of the things, Kelly, if you're there, you asked me this the other day. And what did you mean by bringing the schema in if you're there about the same as stuff? I don't really understand that. Many people don't, I don't think. What do you mean by that?
I can explain it here, Patrick.
Well, maybe Kelly can too if she's there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to go silent on me. All right, go ahead. Explain it.
You see, normally you have the basic of the schema to down here. Then you have this one called same as. Same as is telling the bot that this property over here, this property over here, and this property over here, it's the same as the one that we're referring to up here in terms of the URL, which is Ocean's Landing. You should also include a resource page, which is the ad ID, and then host the resource page in a location where it's not changed.
Right.
So the same as comes down here. And that's where I put all my Web 2.0 properties in.
Greg's, kind of asking an interesting question, which is, can same as be a high-ranking competitor? Probably a bad idea.
Why would you say that your same as is your competitor? You want to hijack his website, I assume. Is that what he wants, Greg?
Well, hard to say. I'm just reading what's here, man.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you have this tool, there is no hard-ass competitor.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I've got a question for everybody. Adrian says, now max everything that you're doing out with Magic's PR service. Okay. We all know that Mag has got a great PR service. We all know that it's awesome. We all know that he uses Ranking Factory and does all the embeds and everything else in the PR service. We all know that he's got the best price in town. So this is my ad. If you need a press release,
could say that, okay.
If you need a press release, go see Match. Okay? I don't even make any money on it. So it's just that damn good. So Barry, let me ask you a question. You kind of been hanging around, you've seen some of this stuff, making some comments. Barry, what are your thoughts about what you're seeing here, man? And I can hear you typing, so you can speak. Barry, you can talk. Okay. Hell, nobody wants to talk to me today.
Nobody has a mic anymore. I don't get it.
Easy, Pete. All right. Anyway, no worries. Yeah, I'll blow up Magic's head. All right. I got one more shot here. And we have had Keith working with us for a while. I don't know. Keith, are you still there? Are you there, bud?
Yep.
All right. So you told me something the other day that I thought was quite interesting. You had said something about the fact that, how long are you scheduling your post out for?
I'll do them for 3 and 4 weeks in advance.
So you literally can just, get your data, spin your content up, do your post, and then, you're scheduling that far in advance, eh?
Yeah, but I'm doing like 2 separate GMBs, and I'm scheduling a post every other day. And what shocked me was when Hendricks or somebody said you can do 4 posts a day.
Right.
And I was going, I never knew you could do 4 posts a day. I thought you were like 4 posts a week. So yeah, 4 posts a day, man. You can really jack that up.
Right. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, are you finding in testing that the tool's a little bit difficult, but your learning curve, but you're getting it, and it's now coming all together?
Well, I've been using the GMB poster and ranking factory to do all that, and yeah, I've been in the test group for this, but I've been using this on only one GMB, and on that GMB, I just recently got it verified, and so he had no activity whatsoever until I started posting with this, and but I've been doing like a post every other day or every day, because one of the things that I'm doing is I'm posting videos,
Right.
and so you got to do that manually. I can't do that through the GMB, but through the GMB poster. But yeah, as far as the automated posts, they're all working fine. It's just I've been talking with Hendrik in the group there that I just can't pull reviews right now for some reason. So I need to, but I'm running on a Windows 8.1 machine. So I want to move the software to my Windows 10 machine and see if that makes a difference.
Cool. All right. But either way, you're still having great success with it.
Oh yeah. It works great. I have no complaints.
Okay. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to get to the price point here, but from what you guys have seen so far, what kind of grade would you give us in terms of our effort in, trying to, put something together for you, make it awesome? Is it, 25%? Is it 50%? What level of degree do you think that we put our time and effort in to help you guys be successful? And, knowing that we want you to be successful. And we're going to continue because I know this is getting a little long, but we're here for you. So what I'm going to do is, Heinrich, you want to pull up the website?
Yeah. If I just can put in a little one, I forgot, which is actually important. Reviews.
Okay.
So here you see the review for this GMB.
Let's everybody vote. I want to see where we are on this, guys. Okay.
So if I click on a review, you can see it here, and then you can write anything. Hit send reply, and you actually replying to the review.
So can you change and modify the review or just reply to it?
You can reply to it.
Okay. So in essence, you can reply to the review and literally modify the review by your reply.
Henrik, your screen isn't up.
It will be now. I'm going to close this. Go ahead. There you go. It's up now. Say what you said again. I was blocking the screen with my poll. Yeah.
I'll just put up the page, Patrick.
Okay, cool. So let me explain what you're seeing here. Okay. We have coupon codes for you guys. All right. So what you're seeing isn't what you're going to be paying. This is the price point that we're going to be launching to, the rest of the world, to our webinar series, to our marketing. So there are 3 basic price points, and there's a 4th one down there below because some people want time. But for people that are in the that are masterminds, when you click on purchase, there's going to be a coupon code, okay? And your coupon code is going to be, I'll tell you that in a second, RFRMM33. That's for masterminds. for regular Ranking Factory members that are here, your coupon code is RFR GMB 30. And for all of those that generated over to the Facebook page, which I totally appreciate because we could seriously keep our conversations intact over there, your code is RFR FB33. So when you put those codes in, you're going to notice that the prices will change, and what you're going to see is a complete discount on the total process. So if you look at the basic, which is, you know, 207 up front, 57 bucks a month, but you're going to put your coupon code in there so that all is going to be reduced. The upfront's going to be reduced because we love you guys. So we want you to get this. We want you to have this. Even the agency, okay, that's going to be reduced. For you guys that are doing 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, I was talking to a gentleman this morning. He's doing 500 GMBs. Okay, 500. That's a lot of work. He needs a lot of VAs. Now, the agency does come with an extra license so that you can have the one VA. You got the whole agency platform. You've got everything that goes with it. And if you need to add additional VAs at a future point in time, we did reduce that to 77 bucks a month versus $97 a month, simply because they have full access. It's just like a complete brand new license, right? They can, it's on their machine. It's their license. They're using it. So we can't necessarily, you know, give that away. And then a lot of people, somebody's asking, Heinrich, what is the difference between the basic and the pro?
Well, in the pro, you will get, I'll say we have a few things coming on. The inside we haven't finalized yet. That will come shortly. You will have Q&As coming up. You will have a special short link checker. So if you are grabbing a Google short link, you'll be able to check whether it's a 301 or 302 immediately, and then you use the 301. We will have the driving directions coming on, and we will have some workflows, i.e. what Match was talking about, how to use the GMB poster.
Right. Okay. So there is a little difference between, you know, the schema, which is extremely important, you know, is in the pro. A couple other really cool things that are in the pro. You know, for those that just have one or two little GMBs you're screwing around with, you know, maybe start off with the, you know, the lower model and, you know, build yourself up. But when you take, you know, like a third off of these prices, which is what we basically have done for you, there's basically no reason why everybody shouldn't be in the pro version. You get, I mean, God, there's two pieces of software we built into this that other people are charging you 35 bucks a month for just for those, not to mention all the rest of the stuff, right? So price does not change with the codes. Okay. That's what I was doing all night, trying to figure this out. If it doesn't, just send me a quick PM and I'll take care of it for you. We did set these codes up at about 3:30 this afternoon, so please let me know if it doesn't work. I'll fix them, and we'll get them back out to you tomorrow. Now, the second thing that a lot of people have been asking me is, this is, you know, pretty cool stuff. Now, how are we going to learn this, right? And there's two questions. I want you guys to take a look at this question here and answer it. How many of you, after this, seeing what we've shared with you today, how many of you actually believe that this product replaces Ranking Factory? I mean, you've heard other people talk about it, but I'm interested in knowing whether or not you actually believe that, because it is important. Because as you are answering the question, I can see that you are paying attention and listening to the fact that this does not in any way, shape, or form replace the awesomeness of what you already have, right? And here's why. We got 54%, 96% say no. Awesome. You guys get it, right? For those that don't quite get that, the reason is because you have two different tools doing two different things. Some of them are using some of the same pieces to accomplish two different goals. But what is Ranking Factory doing? It's helping you rank whatever. It's helping you rank videos. It's helping you rank your websites. It's helping to help you keep and rank your Google My Business pages and your Google My Business, persona. So it's the helpmate. It's the Adam and the Eve of the products, right? So that's awesome. You guys got it. It's amazing. I thought it was going to be a whole lot different than that.
Hey, Patrick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we put the website link into the chat for the folks?
Sure.
As well as the codes, even if they're not working.
Yeah, it's GMBfactory.com. GMBfactory.com.
I'll put it in, Patrick. Okay.
Okay. All right. So my last question, and once again, I want to thank everybody for kind of hanging out here. We're an hour and 45 minutes and trying to finish this thing up. But one of the things that we've learned in Ranking Factory, and one of the really awesome pieces of Ranking Factory, is everybody helps. So when somebody learns something, they help teach it. When somebody needs help, somebody's there to help them out. I'm kind of thinking that with what you've seen today, and this isn't any commitment at all, but I just have the question here, if we were able to create and launch a master class, about really drilling down into the nuances of each of these modules. And yeah, we're going to give you training, and yes, you're going to get videos, and Heinrich is going to put everything together that's going to make sense, and you're going to be able to mechanically do everything, right? But if we could affordably come up with something that would expand your knowledge and help you dig in, like Adrian was saying, he's my hero, man. He's a newbie. He embraced Ranking Factory. He pushed through it. People helped him. I'm not the one that helped him. Terry helped him. Heinrich helped him. Other people. Keith helped him. Everybody was answering. Evan helped him. Everybody. And by the way, thanks. I want everybody to give a shout out to Evan. He put this website together for us today, right? Just today. So, we're thinking as to whether or not we should spend the time to put something together, that would be like a little bit of a master class that we would, meet once every 2 weeks or something for under $30 a month. If we were able to do that for you guys to help you learn and really get a hold of this, would that be something that you would want us to do, or is it not necessarily anything you want? And you can change your answer. All right, cool. So we're about 45% yes, 13% no, and 45% depends on the cost. So let me ask you this. If it was like $29 a month, is that a cost that would be affordable for everybody? Something of that nature? Yep, we're right about 50-50. Cool. All right, well, we'll talk about what we can do, in relationship to that, because knowledge is power. And I think if you have watched and seen what Heinrich has shared with us today, And what impressed me at the very beginning with him is he knows his shit, and he knows all about this, and he's got some high-ranking, sites and some high-ranking customers, and it really impressed me. So, I'm pretty much done. Go ahead and click on the buy button, see if the coupon codes work, and if they don't, you guys can PM me, and I'll try to fix them, and then I'll test them, because I did test them earlier and they did work, but we had to make a couple changes. And then I'll pop those links back into the Facebook and in Ranking Factory for you later. Now, I do want everybody to understand something. Excuse me. We are going to begin our webinar series selling this on Tuesday. So whatever coupon codes or links that we create are going to be good until Sunday. Okay? Just so that everybody's open disclosure. You know it. You understand it. The replay, you'll hear it, you'll see it, and that's just the way it has to be, because I have to close these coupon codes down before we go out into the open market at full price. Does that make sense to everybody? Give me a one if you guys understand that and you agree. All good? There's still 95 of you here of the 103 that were. So we all good? All right. Any last questions, or does anybody want to raise their hand to say anything before we, bail out for the night?
Everybody's saying that the coupon codes are not working.
Okay, I'll fix them. All right, I put everybody's hand down. If somebody wants to say something, one way or the other, give us a kudos or tell us to pound sand. Just raise your hand and I'll open up the mic real quick while we look for the last questions here.
Can we put those coupon codes up in a notepad or something?
Sure, I certainly can.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
Put them up on the on your notepad.
Hey Patrick, somebody's saying if you drop the numbers off the RFR GMB, it works.
Oh, that's right, it does. The 30s and the 33s are not part of the coupon code.
Oh, all right.
I just put that in there as a reference point for me. Whoever that is, give that man a dog bone, or a lady.
Or give him an extra discount.
Yeah. Thanks, Madge. You like to throw away my money, don't you?
Sharing is caring, man.
Uh-huh. All right. So RFR GMB. Okay. RFR MM for Mastermind, and RFR Facebook for the people in Facebook. All capital letters, I think.
Hallelujah.
Save me some work, baby. I knew it worked. I tested it. What can I tell you?
You could say, oops.
I do a lot of oopses. You guys know that.
I'm glad you're not a doctor.
Well, you got, Steve, you got your hand up, bud. Go ahead, bud. You got a mic, Steve? I opened up the microphone if you want to talk. Your hand up. Okay. I'm going to put this on a notepad and pop it in and put it in the chat, okay? Hold on.
One final question, Patrick.
Yep.
So Carrie's saying what doesn't make sense is a one-time pro 247 versus lifetime 2910. What does the one-time payment cover?
It's the pro version of the software for life.
Thank you.
Is that the question?
I believe so.
Well, I mean, we know that 30% of everybody that buys our stuff wants to buy lifetime. So, it's just the way that it goes. So
let me cover one question that just came up. will they get immediate access? We have to make the licenses manually at this time. So we'll spend that time making those licenses tonight. It may take us 24 hours or so to deliver.
Yeah, we'll work on all night. Hey, Mr. Weeks, are you there? Oh, guess not.
Yes. Yeah, I'm here.
Hey.
Yeah.
I met Todd at Rockstars, man. Cool guy.
Hey, Patrick.
Wait a minute. So, Todd, you've had a chance to take a look at this. What are your thoughts, man?
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. I think the biggest hurdle will be, putting a process together to get your hands around all of it. So, whatever Madge and and Terry, all you guys are putting together for workflow and process, I think that's the next big hurdle. The first hurdle was just building the software. I think you pretty much have done that. It looks like it's like 95% good. So the next piece is just getting, and everybody will have their own flavor, but just a core set of workflows that produce results, within a given time frame. Everybody kind of understands the baseline of that, and then we can start tricking out on our own things that we're testing, and that we know work as well.
Right.
Yeah.
No, absolutely true. And part of what you're saying, we've had to actually learn ourselves by actually, doing a test case, and what are some of the things that were easier and not easier, working and not working. And so that's one of the things that we're going to be, kind of sharing with people a little bit more in detail. But not not going into the nitty gritty. If people want a course, we'll do a course, but obviously we're going to do great training. And as you can tell, Heinrich is, he's an engineer by trade. So, he likes this shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the mastermind is where it's going to be at, because people are it's going to evolve. It's going to be hard to build something and say, okay, that's it, and that's a benchmark and a stake in the ground. It's actually just going to evolve over time. So the mastermind just evolves, right? So.
All right, cool, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for popping down and sharing.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day. All right.
Hey, one final question, Patrick, we need to hit real quick. Somebody's saying that the lifetime is showing a 120 payments as well as the lifetime.
Well, that's pretty cool.
120 payments for the one-time payment in the checkout.
That is lifetime, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, I'll be on fixing that one. Daggone, I didn't think they'd catch that. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. All right.
You got a rake, man.
Yeah, I'll fix that up. Yeah. Click on it though. See what happens. It says no monthly fees. Lifetime Pro only, no monthly fees right there. But when you click on it, it takes you down to, and it does show that. I'll fix it. Hit it. Buy Lifetime Pro. What does it say? Only $29, $29.10. Then what? Where's it showing monthly?
Yes, PayPal.
Okay. I think if you just hit complete purchase, you won't see that. But I'll check it out and fix it. Cool. Very good. All right, guys. I am going to take a powder or go fix some of this stuff up. If you guys are in the Facebook room, please do me a favor and share your thoughts. If you're in Ranking Factory, please go in Ranking Factory, share your thoughts, good, bad, or indifferent. What do you think? And, let's kick some ass with this stuff, right? Let's quit screwing around and kick some ass. So we're ready to rock and roll. And the next module coming out is maps. So that's going to tie in together with RFR and GMB as well. Okay. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Thanks a lot for your help. Heinrich, awesome, dude. Absolutely awesome. Appreciate it.
Mind-boggling.
All right. See you everybody.
Good night.